BA double PR double TS in bracket white metal. I will explain what is meaning of this. Before we go to third application I will explain in detail, because the time the question was asked on this third application, right? What is white metal? Explain the properties and application, or write a short note on white metal oblique, or one more type question, draw the microstructures of following fabrics. So whatever earlier microstructures we have studied, steel, cast iron, non-ferrous alloys, I will draw it on one paper and I will send you. So you draw in that way, because many times whenever I have drawn it on the screen, you might have not taken it correctly. One by one, the applications of lead tin. First is plumber's solder. Write down. It is hypoeutectic alloy. It is hypoeutectic alloy of lead tin. It consists of this is used return 20 to 40% of tin, 20 to 40% of tin, balance lead. Full stop. It is used mainly for producing leak-proof joints. Leak-proof joints in plumbing at industrial applications. Full stop. Hypoeutectic alloy solidifies with liquid plus solid phase and hence there is a sufficient time to complete the process of tightening the pipes till solidification of the alloy. Second, Tiemann solder. It is eutectic alloy. It is eutectic alloy with 61.2% of tin. 61.2% of tin and balance lead. Full stop. It shows lowest melting point in the system. In bracket 180 degrees Celsius. 180 degrees Celsius. Full stop. Next line. This alloy is mainly used. In soldering the critical joints in electronics sector. Electronics sector. To stop. Electronic sector, electronic sector, applications are having very critical parts, critical joints, which are to be joined and solidified, very quickly. Full stop. Eutectic alloy solidifies in one stroke. Eutectic alloy solidifies in one stroke without showing liquid plus solid phase. Hence, it is used for joining such parts. Third application is Babbitt. Now, in the Babbitt, along with lead and tin, two more important elements are added. One is antimony, another is copper. As color of lead and tin is white, it is also called as white metal. Actually, it is not metal. Meaning of metal means only one element. But don't take in another way. This is just name, white metal. Actually, it is alloy. It is alloy of lead, tin, which are usually white in color. That's what is called as white metal. And they are used for purposes like making the bush bearing. It is having good bearing properties. That's why these Babbitts are mainly used for making the bush. Wherever you know the bush you have seen in machine drawing subject, it is put on the rotary parts on the shaft, and to avoid the wear and tear of the shaft, bushes are attached so that we can replace the bushes. Okay, so Babbitt is one of such alloy which is made up of lead, tin, antimony, and copper. Write down the title BABBITTS. The symbol of antimony is SB. So, no any symbol is matching with these alphabets, whatever written. So, copper Cu, aluminium Al, something is matching there. Here, nothing is matching. Lead is Pb, tin is Sn, and antimony is Sb. Okay, you have to remember this. Now, this alloy is added with small percentage of copper. So, many times the question was asked in the examination. He explained why copper is added in the Babbitts. So before I explain it, let us understand the concept of it. So lead, tin, and antimony, when you are going to add and you are going to melt, it forms the ternary alloy. SnSb forms first phase during solidification. SnSb. Now there are two types of Babbitts. Before I explain you the mechanism, let us first understand Babbit are either lead-based Babbitts or tin-based Babbitts. Means when lead-based I am saying lead is major quantity, and when I am saying tin-based, tin is the base and lead will be allying element. So either lead-based or tin-based, both Babbitts are used for making the bush bearings. But tin-based Babbitts are having good properties than lead-based Babbitts, but they are costlier. Both have similar microstructure, little change in the size of the edges. So that microstructure also will be explained to you by me. So before we go to the mechanism of Babbitts and what is role of copper and how actually it works, let us types of Babbitts, lead-based Babbitts and tin-based Babbitts. Right now. Babbitt is a alloy of lead, tin, antimony with small addition of copper. It is widely used for making bush bearings, means bushes. Bush is one type of bearing. So you can only write bush. Grey cast iron is also used for making the bush. That is the question I have explained you. Why grey cast iron is also used for making the bush. Next line. Following are the main contents of Babbitts. Now draw one table.
Hello, sir.
Or
Yes, sir.
okay. So now this is a table, lead based Babbitt and tin based Babbitt. In lead based Babbitt, you have seen base is lead, then 1 to 10% of tin, 15 to 1.5 to 3.5. Write it correctly. 1.5 to 3.5% of copper, 10 to 15% of antimony. And in tin based Babbitts, up to 10% lead, tin is base, copper is 3 to 5%, and antimony is 5 to 12%. So this is the table. Now, lead based Babbitts are cheaper and tin based Babbitts are little costlier, but tin based Babbitts are having better properties. Now, what is role of copper and how it works? So, question you write down. Directly in the terms of question, I will explain you. Copper is added in the Babbitts dash justify. Now pay attention. When you are going to form the melt of lead, tin, antimony, then SnSb separates first. SnSb separates first. It is in the form of or in the shape of cubes. No doubt, it is at micron level. Small cube-shaped particles. SnSb are in the form of small cube-shaped particles. They are light in weight and hard. So they are hard as well as light in weight. There is no relation of light in weight and hardness. So sometimes plastic is light metal, but it is hard. No problem. So they are light in weight and hard. So when you are going to melt lead, tin, antimony, during solidification, SnSb cuboids, cuboids, cube-shaped particles are called as cuboids. These cuboids separates first, and they will, due to gravity segregation, they will start to come at the top side of crucible. Means there will be gravity segregation. It means क्रुसिबलच्या खालच्या बाजूला लेस म्हणजे क्युबॉइड्सची संख्या कमी आणि वरच्या साईडला जास्त. दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज ग्रॅव्हिटी सेग्रेशन. नो युनिफॉर्म डिस्ट्रीब्युशन. Just I am explaining the Marathi meaning of this gravity segregation. So what happened, as these cuboids are light in weight, they will come at the surface. If solidification is over, you will find surface part is hard, and if you go below the surface, it will not be hard because surface is having hard particle of cuboids. We don't want that. We want uniform hardness, uniform wear resistance, because we are using for bearing, means wear resistance is more. But if it is not more, it is difficult, and it will part may be break, and it may be suddenly you require replacement without any signal to you, or it may be break. That's why we want uniform wear resistance throughout in the solid part. How can we achieve? Copper is added. What copper does? When copper is added in the melt, and now lead, tin, antimony and copper both are mixed in the liquid state, and now when solidification starts, before SnSb, CuSn network separates first. So before SnSb, CuSn network, it is in the form of star-shaped network. It solidifies first, and later on SnSb solidifies. So as soon as SnSb solidifies, it will start moving from bottom to top, and it will be trapped in the CuSn network. So some cuboids will become successful to reach at the top, some remains at middle, some remains at the bottom. So there will not be gravity segregation, and throughout top to bottom of your mold, there will be distribution of cuboids, which makes possible by this copper tin network. That's why copper is added in the babbits to avoid the gravity segregation. Once cuboids will be uniformly distributed, your material after solidification will have uniform properties. And then you can shape it any maybe diameter to make the bush. Directly you are not going to mold the bush. First you will make some block and then you are going to prepare the bushes from it. And it will have uniform distribution of the cuboids. That's why the copper is added. I hope you understand. Next, write down. So question you have written. Copper is added in the babbits. Justify. Next line. During the solidification of babbits, SN-SB, in this way write, SN-SB phase separates first. Full stop. It is cube-shaped particle in bracket cuboids. Cube-shaped particles in bracket cuboids. Bracket complete. Light in weight. And hard. Light in weight and hard. Full stop. Next line. Due to this gravity segregation, there will be non-uniform distribution of cuboids. There will be non-uniform distribution of the cuboids. Hence, variation in the hardness throughout the solid. Have you written that cuboids are hard? Make underline to word cuboids are light in weight, hard. Make underline there. Full stop. Go to next line, paragraph. When copper is added, copper forms Cu-SN network first. CuSN. Before formation of SNSB. Before formation of SNSB. Full stop. Next line. After solidification of SNSB, comma, these particles, hard particles are trapped in CuSN network. Full stop. Hence, there is uniform distribution of the cuboids, which will give uniform properties. Next line. Tin based are having better corrosion resistance. Tin-based babbits are having better corrosion resistance and wear resistance than but tin-based babbits are costlier. So draw the microstructure. These are SNSB cuboids. Microstructure may be asked for 2 marks. It may be asked for 2 or 3 marks. Last point is fusible alloys. It may require 10-15 minutes or minimum 10 minutes are required. That we'll see in next class because 5 minutes are remaining. So just I will explain this remaining part of copper tin, this lead tin, and then in next class we'll study that fusible alloys. So in lead tin antimony alloys, what are the probable questions asked? Explain the properties and application of lead tin alloy. Second, directly they may ask you explain babbits or white metal. I told why they are called as white metal because lead and tin are white in color. Then draw the microstructure of babbits. Then it may be asked justify copper is added in the babbits. Then what are the different applications of lead tin alloy? So you have to explain plumber solder, tinman solder, and babbit. It is asked for 6-7 marks. So you have to explain plumber solder, tinman solder, as well as babbit. Okay. And only short note on babbit will be asked for 3 or 4 marks. Now your question paper is of 56 marks. Out of 70, 14 marks are for MCQs. So out of 56, 14 marks are question 1. 14, 2 questions in section 1, 2 questions in section 2. So out of that's why short note earlier these short notes were asked for 6 marks or 5 marks. Now same short notes, same contents are asked for 3 marks or 4 marks. Okay, I hope you understand it. Okay, and as far as these test questions are given by me, it is observed that few students have not yet submitted. I have checked on the drive. Those who have not submitted, still I will give tomorrow's time. Then from Monday, I will put their absent. And for your kind information, I came to know from, that's why I have taken last 5 minutes. CC has asked me. Many students are saying that these online classes, we don't understand. All subjects I am talking in general. and they are continuously absent and they have not attended any subjects class. Not only metallurgy I am talking, they have not attended any subject, because I have seen the list, it is a continuous absent. Now these students are also absent maybe in my class. Please convey, if situation of the pandemic will be continued up to December, what you are going to do? We don't know. Still 1 more month, schools and colleges will not start. This government has announced yesterday. So if our college will start in September, no problem. There may be revision in class. But if it will not start, online classes will be considered as a classes only, and it will be as it is treated as regular classes in class. Second thing, attendance of online classes will be as it is considered for your defaulter cases. And at that time, in the month of October, November, if you say, sir, there was problem of internet, my village is there, Airtel with Vodafone, these reasons you don't tell now. Please find solution at your level. And if you are not attending, start attending from today. This message, all of you, please convey to your friends, those who are not attending. Because you know that yet your result is not declared. Means your second year result. Your second semester marks college has sent to university. 50% marks are sent by college, 50% marks are given by university based on your previous record. Now, whatever 50% marks college is sending to university, on which basis we will send? Earlier, at least 1.5 months or 2 months, you were present in class. Now, those who have not attended, their attendance is 0%. So, if same situation, I hope that situation will not come. But unfortunately, if same situation will be there, and this semester 1 exam may be also online or something, at that time, your friends, your attendance will be 0. Those who are not attending, for them I am telling. So please be alert. These are final classes. This is not time pass we are doing here. Try to understand. These classes are actual classes. We are not just taking the important parts only on online and actual part in class. Not like that. These classes are started online as per the syllabus, as per the timetable. So if unfortunately same situation will be there up to November, December by online classes, and you have to give exam based on online classes only. So don't under impression that once again there will be regular classes when college will start. Definitely we will take revision if immediately college will start. But if it will not start up to November, what can be done? So please alert your friends, those who are missing the classes. Okay? Thank you. I hope you understand today's part of the lecture. Now you can exit and you can join the next lecture. Thank you very much.
तर ते असा आपण बोलू